to get pressure on early.
Indeed, well, the pistol round is going live. We've got utility for PRT and Pesadelo, and a fast play in from the TeamOne side, wasting absolutely no time. Shots on from slaxz, gets himself one kill, but it's actually the C side that come out on top. faveN denis going to try to turn the situation around. A 3 versus 2. Bomb dropped in the open, and malbsMd and Pesadelo still taking fights in separate positions, isolated by the CT side, so a 1-on-3 now for malbsMd.
And even in this position, denis is starting to creep further forward. malbsMd should have no chance of being able to get anything in this pistol round. And for TeamOne,
Pesadelo was spotted there by faveN. He's still going to watch out into the squeaky door, close it to ensure that he can't let any more players downstairs, and kressy knows what is going on. The smoke to the cross, there's a slight gap in it, but they're going to plant in the smoke itself. Meanwhile, PRT has found a pick towards outside, so Spiidi is caught, and the man advantage goes the way of TO.
faveN should be able to find a little bit of a pick back, but this now comes down to how quickly can the T side start slowing this down, because we're even seeing a little bit of aggression out towards Secret.
Nades in, faveN gets tagged up by it. Sprout are pretty suppressed here. They're trying to make their way in from ramp first and foremost before the Secret players can really get involved. And they are doing a pretty decent job for the moment here. Checking out Dark. Time is starting to run short though upon the CT side, and XNS finds faveN next up. 2 players down. No trades from the CT side, and it looks to remain that way as time is up for Sprout. They've got to get out of here. TeamOne are going to steal it.
Yeah, that's a very good post plant coming through for the Brazilians, even getting that kill towards denis in the outside position, making this round so... That nade, trying to go into the vents position, just a walkout from squeak door.
Flashes forward, Spiidi in the vents, blind sprays, gets himself 1 and 2. Stolen away 1 on the part of denis as well, so a 4 versus 2 as trades do start coming back for the map 10 of the AK, and PRT somehow comes up with a double, bringing it back to an even man standing.
Jeez, what a recovery this has been for the T side. Spiidi still trying to get out of this vent position. Pesadelo just misses that timing, but they've got an idea of where he is.
And the bomb's been dropped in vents as well. I don't know if the CTs are aware of it. They've got to make their way back downstairs, and looking away from heaven at the wrong moment could be the end of Pesadelo. He may have heard the footsteps. Well, Spiidi's definitely caught off PRT, so it's all left to this one man. Back over at the vent. Triple up for him if he can clutch it. He will dive down, try grab that bomb, and go back in towards the B site. He's evaded Sprout.
You've got to wonder how they play this 2v1. We're already seeing kressy down towards that lower bomb side. Pesadelo, does he fake it out? Just hold that whole bomb plant. kressy ducked it down. No bomb going down at all. Really well played there from Sprout. Just hold him with the AWP. Now slaxz is trying to make a little bit of a move, but it could be a bit of a bait. Straight in towards the deagle. It is the first shot on Pesadelo to follow up for slaxz.
2 kills at him in this round. Moving 2 players from upper, now it's down to lower, where kressy holds it for Mast. We're going to need some backup here relatively soon. Spiidi is going to rotate alongside 2 more from the ramp position. Sprays through, and kressy almost lines it up to a second. slaxz deals with a backup in PRT, and malbsMd will fall. As good as he is, that's too much.
TeamOne, this could be another up AXE.
Hard time that nade to do damage to the mass of the T-side forces, but that Molotov going to burn him down. faveN's still up in the rafters though, and they haven't checked it. Almost makes it a 3, but unable to get PRT down very low at all. They'll slowly enter and check out all corners into the A site. They have May, and they have the site itself. heaven is being contested by kressy, and the AWP towards outside has seen a pixel gap and almost lands that shot.
I don't know about the vent player though. denis, how does he sneak up from this one? See the squeak player look to transfer over back to a 2v2.
AWP firing away blind. kressy trying to work his way upstairs. Flash forward, and PRT is going to force the issue very far forward. slaxz is not ready for that. Had to go for the no-scope. Didn't really have much of a choice, but it still missed out. And kressy trying to run down here, go for the silent drop. He got unable to make it happen. In the area on bomb on the site, tapping it, trying to force malbsMd forward, flashing forward, spray through, comes up with the kill. PRT's also going to burn a little bit. Flashbang back down, potentially to try and block him off. He's still sticking it. PRT sees the swing now, and now he gets the round.
PRT, that's a huge round for smokes to dissipate. Just try and see if he can get a little bit more involved and just allow this force fire to get as much as possible, and at least that's the start with the deagle.
Minute to the clock in this one. Face forward, XNS catches Spiidi next up, 4 versus 4 scenario. Sprays through, no trades back from the Sprout side. Scout in also gets traded back by malbsMd next up. So the upgrade rifles are overwhelming. TeamOne have the advantage for the moment, 45 seconds. The 2 CTs thinking they're pushing up here towards the ramp control. This could be an interesting play here for Sprout, but they're covering it off here. malbsMd knows what's going on.
Yeah, Sprout in a bit of a position where they need to find some sort of advantage, need to try and peek up from the ramp position, get away with a one-on-one trade. kressy does turn it back to a 2 versus 2. They don't know about faveN as of yet.
Further shots in. Back to an even standing for now. Face forward as the SMG of faveN also looks to the back lines. Can't quite see anything though. XNS Moving his way around 15 seconds. TeamOne are going to go for a very, very slow, or very, very last second play in towards the A side. It's going to be quick. faveN swings out, sees his man, spray through, goes awry. Couldn't hold it together, so they will get to the site.
Kressy's got to really try and go for this, though. This is a force buy, and well, they know that he was out towards ramp, so can they gather the information that it could just be a playback from lobby?
For Martin against XNS will be pretty good. It's pesadelo is going to be the main issue, and he's the first man to face. Get that headshot in, and TeamOne. Main stable rifles, of course, limited utility sets as well for them. TeamOne again having the advantage, and that Mac 10 for PRT becomes a little bit more juicy for them. Pesadelo does take close face, though, and Spiidi does land the opening kill to him.
Just putting that smoke down straight away onto the molly and looking to take a fight on towards the squeak door angle. TeamOne, been a little while since we've seen them in a man disadvantage, but they're just going to explode towards the upper bomb side. faveN, though, getting away with 2, but we're back to a 2v2 somehow.
The trades on the TeamOne side have been so efficient. I'm so surprised that they're getting away with this here, Dweg. As you mentioned, even man standing, that bomb's going to make his way downstairs as well. The attention has been drawn. kressy picking it from lobby, just shut down immediately by PRT. Without mercy, he gets that headshot, and it's all left to slaxz now to clutch it with the AWP in hand. No kit for him. And therefore, I don't think any chance either.
We even saw in that mix of things, Maluki just diving that bomb down into the vents, getting to that lower bomb site, and getting the info onto slaxz.
Footsteps heard. PRT knows what's going on. slaxz also realizes the downstairs plant will open up the doors and just start converging in with more and more info being given up. He does bait the T-side player to aggress on PRT's part, but doesn't see the man up close. He lands the no-scope. Okay. But still got to think about his realistic chances in this round. It might be best to go ahead and hold on to the AWP. Just rest on that one exit, and that's what he'll do. This will be an 8th round for TeamOne as Sprout continue to struggle on CT.
And TeamOne's just basis on T-side is just the trading game. That's been the majority of their default heavy stuff, and even sort of if we can keep the economy as you know possible, but we're looking for damage. We're looking to try and find the impact, and that's the start they need. The deagle even getting involved too. They just keep charging through this smoke.
Spiidi also forces forward towards the lobby entrance over at Squeaky. The AWP's in. XNS still alive though. He gets 2 to respond, but this time Sprout are on top of it. Leaving it PRT to finish off the job. Flashes his way forward to look into the lobby position. Denis is not going to go up the angle until it's appropriate to be to do so, but no, faveN. Frag found. Spiidi challenging malbs towards the outside of the AK, seen him to the edge of the smoke, but cannot quite seem to get the kill. Denis actually opens up on XNS instead. malbs drops right in towards him and adjusts fantastically alongside pesadelo. Again getting trades involved. malbs picks up a second kill as PRT is traded. So once again, in the midst of the chaos, we're down to evens, but not for long. faveN finds a response, and pesadelo is all that remains here. AK involved, 1v2. He's got a kill already. faveN is very low, though. If he gets kressy here towards hell, that could be the opening.
It all comes down to how does he isolate and how does he even pre-aim this position out towards that left-hand side? Does he look out towards CT spawn? No, he gets caught off. Sprout taking it to 7 at the half.
Sees what's coming and has to back off.
Nice and quick to start off here for Sprout. TeamOne got to try and get rotations down to that lower bomb site. malbs going to rely on him to try and find connections. Only gets away with 2.
Bomb plant will be secured at the very least. pesadelo sees what's going on though. Him and Maluki can swing out, get the kills at appropriate, and PRT still lurking up on broken by. Still with a scout on an SMG here for Maluki and XNS, so potential for a reset is right on, but PRT to strike first and foremost. pesadelo catches Spiidi on the crossfire as well. kressy responses. pesadelo and XNS are cleaning up, and well, what do they have to fear, Dweg?
Yeah, nothing at all by the seams of it. Really great sequence towards that outside position. PRT
with big moments that they were able to happen, and for now they are working in slowly. This crossfire locked by PRT and XNS sees what's going on. Does get overwhelmed with a numbers game actually, so 4 versus 4. Backup is on the way. kressy falls, the bomb drops down. PRT with those 2 picks back in, trying to overwhelm on slaxz, and faveN actually steals away the kill on pesadelo. So 2v2 with the bomb that can get planted here.
Now, this is a very good position for the T's to try and work with. malbs has got to be careful on just how wide he tries to swing out. Flash comes through, dive down! What? Oh no! It's really turning around for Sprout now!
Oh, that's a huge mistake to make, and Maluki now got to do it all. Top fragger, or second top fragger, I should say. The AWP in his hands. Is it better to swap to the deagle? Looking down to slaxz, looking up towards the back lines. As soon as he peeks in one position, he's going to be revealed to the other T-side member, and slaxz gets the kill involved.
And Sprout, in terms of pace, it's been so different. 2 respected teams on T-side.
XNS holding, slaxz gets the opener, sees PRT, kicks things off. Up in the rafters, XNS has not been checked. And they're not, okay, they're out in the open now. They will see the man. Maluki falls, XNS gets those 2 kills in, but faveN holds the trades together. 3 versus 2 with Spiidi being tagged pretty low. slaxz watching as malbs and pesadelo start making their way up. They've seen the player in the back though. Bomb plant could be denied. He gets his double involved. So now it's back to the favor of TeamOne. It's Spiidi left in this clutch. The player on 10 points of health now being heard as he gives up the info to lobby, and they can stick the defuse from here. They know that as long as they cover off the hut position, the hut entrance, then he's got no chance of denying this defuse at this moment. And yeah, they'll just hold it together. Nothing he can do. 12 to the board of TeamOne.
Now, that was quite patient from malbs, just realizing he's got to get the trigger discipline. He's got to try.
Nades up, smokes back down. M4 keeping his eyes forward. Spray blind, does damage, and eventually gets the kill on Denis for the fire forward. And pesadelo will not peek forward to the flashbang, unfortunately. 4 HP for Spiidi, though. He's been tagged somewhere else. Very heavily, pesadelo forces forward, can't get slaxz though, it's a response.
Jeez, they just don't give in at all towards his outside position. malbs even thinking of making an aggressive play, but now they get back to a 3v3 Spiidi.
The site quickly, utility if nothing else. 10 seconds remaining, PRT watching, looking up, sees one player in the rafters, going to focus entirely on Spiidi. His wildfire does not connect towards the bomb carrier, but still XNS gets the kill on faveN, but slaxz bails out the plant, so a 2 versus 2 retake.
PRT's just being forced further and further back. Needs to wait for malbsMd to come inside, but there's a backstab.
Spiidi can't hold this aggressive angle. He's going to get dealt with so quickly unless he gets the headshot on the first moment he gets a chance. slaxz is up. What's he going to do here? Bomb's not planted for him. Got to look in at the moment. AK watching. AWP's been seen. He gets sprayed back though. Orp sees one man. Got to look back in. Cannot catch the frag towards the AWP's now on the defuse really quickly. And malbsMd makes it a 2K to get that 13th for TeamOne.
That's a very, very good retake again coming through. For
holding their defense.
XNS, when does he decide to make a little bit of a play? malbs's going to get overly aggressed out from ramp. Oh, okay. Follows up with a couple of kills and still holds on to his life.
That might be it, I think. 5 versus 3. TeamOne just got to make sure they do not bottle it from here. malbs is going to get out of dodge again, maintaining his life. Going to need some backup, though. He's on 13 points of health. He's holding back it dark. pesadelo is here with the FAMAS. We can get some information, potentially set up malbs for another good kill. If he gets a kill in of his own right, that would be 1 versus 4 there. XNS kill on against Spiidi as he trades back. slaxz responds to a 3 versus 2 now. Bomb out there. Or missed out from malbsMd into the backline. slaxz still hold on presence. And finally, pesadelo deals with faveN as he doubles up onto slaxz and makes it 16-12 for TeamOne at long last.
What a result coming through for TeamOne, and it just seemed like they were the more solid team in that second half. A little bit more bomb and a teammate just outside along though.
3 players here against pesadelo, and if he can get this kill, that will start things off fantastically. First bullet fired and just straight up the shot. Shut down Denis and open up the round here in the tunnel play.
It all comes down to just not giving away that opening advantage. Spiidi just trying to lurk out towards a B side, see if he can just force some rotates.
Blocks faced in. Spiidi does get PRT to drop, so back to a 4 versus 4. He's still sticking around close towards the end of the smoke, but pesadelo comes up with the pick back of his own right. So man advantage gain. kressy drops down to a 2-man advantage for TeamOne. XNS credited with that kill. malbs still in the back though, tapping heads as XNS steals that second man from him. Slow walks in for the T side. The scout on scout action here on short, and malbsMd is watching, ready to receive it. Not quite on for the headshot, so slaxz's drive-by can go really well for him. malbs trades one back out towards the longhouse, so they will maintain the man advantage, but they do lose the site itself.
Just get the bomb down, out to the short position, give that extra little bit of cash injection, and see what more slaxz can find.
Watching in the back, looking up, seeing his man XNS with the kill. Scout shot connects to the shoulder, not quite a kill enough for the likes of slaxz. kressy's fallen, and so has faveN and slaxz quickly off the jump face. 2 SMGs cleaning house, and a second round for TeamOne.
I think Sprout could be happy with that. Get away with 1 kill, not a massive amount, but it's that extra little bit of cash injection. It does mean that that slaxz is going to be slightly limited going into the next round, but for everyone else, it's going to be very, very comfortable for them. And for TeamOne, how much of a...
Please just swing, I beg you.
Even if he does, he might just have his knife out. He might not be ready for this at all, but he does hit the shot. Does he know about the other CT?
No, he doesn't. XNS with a swing on towards 1 fry. Cannot make it a second. Spiidi able to respond for as long as possible, but they've used all their fire. It's just 2 smokes, a flash, and a HE. Pesadelo down to 11. Renade on the site. Does swing, just stays alive for a little bit longer, but does force a TK. So still a man advantage here for Sprout, but a 3-on-2 retake up for the Orps here. malbsMd going for the Kelly, but doesn't end up working for him. Still looks up, gets his shot in. Denis to fall, 2v2 in the midst of the smoke. He waits around. kressy is also close towards him. They'll boost up, look to sight. Scope in, gonna try to draw them ahead of themselves. They're actually on the bomb. This could be massive. PRT gets kressy. They're just gonna stick it, but he's gonna go for the wall bangs. He's landing leg shots. He's not even getting the kill. Oh, Sprout, that setup was not for the bomb. Talk about Sprout having their homework done on Nuke, or TeamOne having their homework done here on Dust 2, and they are dealing with every T-side presence faced, but finally slaxz and faveN catch a break, get those kills in on pesadelo and malbs. One player now left towards the A site. It's all malooky out in the open. Can't really do much here, though. He's got to fall back. He's got to pick and choose where he looks towards, long or short.
They're desperate for a bit of a pick back. We're seeing an aggressive play just through the smoke, but denis is just waiting for that. Just discipline.
Battle for PRT, trying to face in towards suicide. Does see the one man. And malooky's also engaged here. 78 points of health. Back turn towards kressy, who catches off the frag. Now PRT's just got to hold on.
What a return to come out for Sprout. They take the tactical timeout, and then they win out a rifle round with even not taking a single lick of damage. And PRT's got no option but to save, and
from here.
Hey, you've got to wonder. I mean, TeamOne probably force it down here. Double eco static.
malooky. Orb's going to rotate away and try and hold a bit more of a passive angle on that short presence. Leave it all towards malbs to hold down the longhouse because they are aggressive from there on a split play as well. malbs gets his kill on kressy. Orb shot missing. A bit diagonal when it's the transfer. Sees the second man as well. The bomb now across towards the site. Two-man advantage for TeamOne here, but Sprout, I should say, have the bomb plant itself, and slaxz is forced away.
That's a crucial miss shot, and now the capitalization comes through. denis has now got to try and win a 1v5.
Bomb is open for him, but I think he wants nothing to do with this post-blood. TeamOne will reinstate themselves back in the lead at 6-3. And PRT will clean up the last man and find a similarly confident round there. All 5 players alive for TeamOne.
Yeah, I look at that one and I think, geez, that doesn't look too good for the Germans at all. We saw the early sort of shaky contact, the high-risk play out for Spiidi, and malbs just...
Does land pretty nicely, but 68 points of health on slaxz. He's still above the 50 marker. HP advantage still for TeamOne. The flash forward for denis will get the man advantage, or at least attempt to do so, but no. X and S there to trade.
Jeez, how does that happen? He's completely blind in the situation, but malooky's being pressured.
Orb held out towards long, still looking for contact. Great timing on the flash. Spiidi crossed before malooky even registered it, so back to a 4v4 we go. pesadelo very quickly on towards ramp, however, finds his response, trades it back. Advantage maintained for TeamOne. Bomb plant trying to be attempted here. Nade towards the man's position, and slaxz will clean up the kill. Meanwhile, malbs making his way in from long. 2 more CTs down from the spawn. The bomb's yet to be planted. Finally, it does come through for them, and Sprout start to set themselves up in the post plant. Taps forward. malbs gets his headshot. Orc back. Flick not connecting. All left towards kressy now. Flash in hand. Only one piece of util. They're sticking the whole 5 seconds, though. He's got to swing right now. All sorts of CTs out on the site, and he's blind himself. It gives TeamOne the time that they need to get 7.
Oh my goodness, they've got to try and stabilize at least a way in which they can follow up rounds out towards long. They're getting flashed so heavy. X&S dealing with the first player, looking to get a little bit more, and he's even got support. malbs is going to fall. More flashes come through. He's trying to get back to safety.
X&S still has 74 points of HP as well, so he's still got presence to hold back here. AWP gets caught by kressy though. The end of the smoke is back
far on the CT side, but probably needs at least a couple if they want to make this possible, because rotations are going to be slow.
Molotov's in. Here comes kressy to wrap the corner. 1 player involved. PRT gets his kill involved in this one. Continues looking up to face here. Can't see what's going on. Incendiary's outsprayed through. Awkward as hell. And he goes to hell as faveN finds his frag. CTs are still so close to the B doors, however. Bomb plant will be heard. Will they flash forward a bit? No, they'll dry space, and that will cost them big time as faveN gets his triple in the end, and Sprout win the 4th.
Bit of a whiff there, unfortunately. For
All back passive to maintain the advantage.
And really, that is such a great pick to be able to win out. malbs. Oh, actually, malooky just starting to hold down, not really losing a massive amount of damage. Down to 37. kressy gets the return quickly, and slaxz even hits the wall bang.
2 left standing now for TeamOne. I think Sprout have found what they needed. Took a while and they missed out on a lot of rounds because of it, but backstabbing from PRT. If they can be suppressed here towards mid, then that would work out. The nade might be something to do with it here for X&S. Nicely lands on 2 players, but now the long flank involved as well from kressy, and X&S has got to focus on that. He's going to have to leave it to his teammate, but too early on the swing. kressy gets the kill. PRT 1v4 to clutch.
Just hoping for really any sort of overly aggressive peaks. Sprout though, 4 versus 1, bomb down up on the A side. PRT just trying to see if he can get away with something. Nice little tap there coming on to kressy, and just jiggle picking out to the long position, but that's going to be it. TeamOne with 8. Sprout, though, get to the table. Pistol round with Glocks and P250s. Fast play and aggressive play up from Sprout. Going to catch 1 player off guard. They struggled to deal with pesadelo, but they get that kill involved, and now they work in towards long. A sandwich involved. slaxz bearing down upon them from the back of Goose. Will look to see T-side presence across the entire board, and the wraparound's not going to come through entirely here for the Sprout count. They do overwhelm the site defensive as malbs gets 2 fantastic kills, and A is there for the taking. denis has answered back out for the short position. malbs still alive and trying to kick back even further. The clock's still trying to come in. Bit of a play off for City Spawn, and TeamOne, Well, it really... CT position out of long to start off from Sprout.
Sprays through Molotovs. Involved in their own right. AWP in for slaxz. Finds Maluki. Kicks things off. PRT's got the AWP picked right back up here, looking towards that mid control. 2 more shots ring out, neither of them connect. denis might be flashed forwards here. faveN's going to be the only player on the defensive. He's going to be in conversion upon by 3 different angles. PRT caught off. malbs also drops. faveN gets traded towards denis. Tries to hold a spray transfer. Tags Spiidi, but doesn't get away with the kills with pesadelo up to clutch.
Just hoping to do as much damage in this position as possible. Doesn't have nades to work with, but get the bomb down.
Back behind the big smoke. Suppressed. He'll look back in from those doors. Sees slaxz. Awkward spray. Tags him to 38. Sees kressy. He's on towards that spray now. Reloads it. He's stalling for time. He's drawing them out in the open. Almost gets the kill on Spiidi. Is he stalled for enough time though? It'll be close to them to defuse. I think Spiidi's got it. Just holding the 8th round there for the CT side. But imagine that quadra coming in from pesadelo.
It's still just saying, yeah, come to me. I'm waiting.
Better be careful though, that bomb is with him. The second player is going to join him. There's both deagles out here. faveN spotted. They're going to line up for denis. And faveN's in trouble now. PRT there to support and get nades back into position. Meanwhile, malbs comes in with the flank and they've overwhelmed the B side.
Honestly, when you lose a clutch but do so much damage in that last round and then you win the follow-up, that's so big. So huge for the long-term game because Sprout, that completely destroys the money. That hurts so much more than winning that last one. And TeamOne
down to 2-0 for Sprout, so credit where it's due because for all the hardships they've had in Europe, right now when they need to step up, they're doing it. Right here at IEM Cologne. slaxz gets an extra frag at least. Spiidi also follows suit onto denis, so 12 to the board. TeamOne short boxes, Molotov towards the position, the AWP fires back. faveN's still not burning here. It's actually not even got towards him. Spiidi comes up with 2 kills of his own right. Burst through on the AK. denis finally trades back on 1. Little does he know that faveN's around here. He's going to deny it. Take his shot in. kressy steals it. And faveN taps up as well. And Sprout, well, they have deagles to play. The long house, of course, for the CT side. Will suppress them initially. AWP is slaxz watching from short. So he's the first. Gets the kill in denis. No, that's a hell of a start here for the CT side. Dropping one of those AKs immediately. malbs will pick it back up, though. And a second shot for slaxz. Catches him all the same. So, 5-on-3. Sprout look good again.
It's a lot of kill and retreating coming through from slaxz. Very difficult. TeamOne are finding of trading out this AWP because anytime he just takes a pick, he's just always falling back to reposition, playing out to safety, and they just wide swing him. They're out of options at this point. They're trying everything.
It's definitely be there to support it though and try and suppress where TeamOne are coming from. Either way, this should be a round that goes the way of Sprout as slaxz gets his quadra involved. kressy will get picked up, and it's ace time for slaxz. Indeed it is. 5 kills for him. Sprout. Spawn.
Yeah, Maluki's just got to make sure that if he takes his contact that he tries to isolate them or he might catch them off. This could be the timing. That's the first. As he swing onto the AWP, just try and pull the distraction, help them get to the A side. Can't quite follow up though.
slaxz holds the man advantage as a result here. Util put back. CT's on rotate to get towards the short control and back up their big green gun. Shots out, completely blind and not scoped in. The plant will be secured. And actually they go for a 2-2 split in from long and short. malbs still finds Spiidi. slaxz involved with the AWP. They haven't accounted for the second CT from long though. It flanks him bound. denis has got his kill and pesadelo with it all to do. Spray on the first man. Evades the second. Looks back for the third. Refaces aggressive. This could be disastrous. He's seen slaxz. He still misses his shot. And denis closing in. So close to the ramp position. pesadelo knows. Keeping his head ducked down. He's found the angle. 1 versus 1. AK with 9 bullets in the magazine. And closing in closely for slaxz. He gets his shot. And he just holds the round for Sprout.
Oh, it's another close one. Really close round coming in. And for pesadelo, just trying to waste as much time onto the site as possible. Isolating some...
Oh, blind firing. Cannot quite seem to connect his shot over at the A site. denis overwhelms denis, but he's got a few more CTs to deal with. And malbs scratches faveN. So now the B site's overwhelmed for good. I don't think Sprout go for this.
No, it's not worth it. They can look for extra kills, though. Look at how much money there is on this CT side. If you could do a little bit more damage, get some extra kills away, that could make it a little bit more difficult for TeamOne to buy going forward.
Didn't read pesadelo, but he is traded by slaxz at least, so that's something for the AWP. Should try funnel them back into the tunnels on the runaway. The shot out. slaxz falls to 29, flash forward. And here it is, AUG to get some exits, involved in the first player and the second, and the AWP's going to get caught by the bomb, I think. Oh, he'll just escape the car, actually, yes. This could get real interesting. How much can faveN get? If he gets the kill, he could get bomb access. Sees his man. Nice timing on denis. Kicks things off.
He's just got nades out, just waiting to put down some lurk utility. pesadelo needs to take a fight out towards CT, and now it's Util caught in the hands of the CT side.
4 versus 4. denis bringing back, nade involved. Looking at a dodge here towards the mid position. TeamOne getting caught up on each other, but the eye to escape. Flashes over, smokes back down. Pesadelo and malbs pressing forwards here, starting to spool up. The AWP involved for slaxz, gets his kill. Looking for another one, refacing to elbow and sees the elbow of malbs. Connects that shot for it. Two more out towards short, and slaxz is looking in for a little bit more. Can he get another massive quadra round for him? Well, Flash is involved, will force him back for the moment. He'll get back into position, see the header, PRT, and malbsMd left with it all to do. Can't hit his shot, faveN steals it. And looks like it will be fast as well. Pesadelo with a Mac 10. Flashed around the corner. Here he comes. Point blank against one player. Spiidi catches up that one spray. Pesadelo kind of just against him, but kressy is going to find a secondary kill and a tertiary one. Looking for a triple of his own right, and they just get cleaned up in long.
Yeah, kressy just in better positioning than the T side were. Even a little bit of aggression coming out for the longhouse. XNS. This position is just, it's so unwinnable. 1v4 just peeks into the AWP room for Sprout. Now they get up to
turn their woes around, weather the storm. Look at that 16 and 13 with a crossfire locked here in long. kressy and Spiidi again with easy pickings for them. malbsMd with a scout, 1 versus 5. He'll peek in. And he does get a good shot on Spiidi, but surely after this he should die.
faveN, eyes locked down towards this mid position. malbsMd needs to be able to fire quicker to the trigger, and it's not going to happen. 16-13 Sprout take their map pick of Dust 2, take us to a third of Mirage, and really, Jay, the late section of that second half was when they really came alive. It could just be the simple set piece.
slaxz into the USPs, watching the back lines, takes space in, sees mobs coming up first and foremost. It's him and XNS. They get those trades, 2 for 1 to their favor. malbsMd also strikes in with the P250. kressy with 1 trade, needs to get so much more, but his accuracy just isn't there. 1v3 now for Spiidi.
Jeez, they've been excellent when it comes to some of these pistol rounds for TeamOne. Situation in which he's got a kit, he's got a nade, but really 1v3, it's going to be tough.
Nade missed out there, bounced on top of the default box, went back towards fire. And the default, they're going to remain relatively unscathed. Watching, just trying to make his face up, making a lot of noise towards us. They know where he is, obviously. There's not really much he can do in terms of secrecy. As soon as he takes face out in the open, everyone swings. Exactly on cue. PRT does lose his life, but Pesadelo wins the round. Far pressed up. They haven't checked it just yet. I imagine they will do so, though.
It all just comes down, does he peek before? Does at least drop that bomb, looking to follow up, but it won't get any more than that. There's a big lurk going out for the B side there. The wrap's back in, but the deagles are doing a lot of damage, and PRT gets caught off.
Spiidi with 2 massive frags. Pesadelo on the very long flank here, all the way out towards the B side, seen by slaxz, who gets his own headshot with the scout. And then
denis facing a fair bit of resistance out in this connector position. A couple of players up towards short, but they're not looking over, and it allows denis to get the first and just fall back.
I thought he fell back behind the smoke at the connector position, but not to be. malbsMd falling first. Sprout looking for a second man, but malbs again with a swing back. AUG can respond to it. He's very low HP. Doubles up for kressy's part. Triple involved. He's looking the wrong way for it. Here's the man dropping down now. Or does he? Well, now he's going to get bailed out, and kressy does find that triple. As denis falls, it's left to Pesadelo again to clutch.
Yeah, kressy has been a madman with some of these multi-frag rounds out to the B side, just playing the anchor role. Pesadelo just hoping that he can get away with a little bit of something. Doesn't at least bait out the orbit, but kressy ends up with 4 in the round. And
malbsMd is going to be the man to challenge him directly into the apartments. XNS are going to try face in. slaxz actually looks towards the apt position instead. Sees the Molotov, sees the gun barrel, gets the kill on the man. Now the AUG with it. A little bit to do, sees the boost up of PRT, takes face in against him, sprays up, can't catch the secondary kill. Pesadelo and malbsMd get those trades on the B side, so it's kind of opened up here, but as the trades come in towards the connector control, Pesadelo left with all the clutch to do once again. He's been in a lot of clutch scenarios so far here on Mirage. 1v3 with AWP in hand, 44 HP. Might secure the bomb plant, but everything else is going to be a bit too much.
Yeah, going quite quickly out from market, no messing about. They won't deny that bomb for going down. Does get away with 1, but no more than that. It's just good positioning coming through from Sprout, not letting those picks be isolated. So as soon as that pick comes in, instant trade.
This is the most confident start we've seen from Sprout so far in this series, which is already concerning to me, because we talk about towards that mid control. slaxz has been seen by Pesadelo. I think that gun barrel is just sneaking out there. Flashbang in, denis there able to get the kill on the man. Finally open things up in this round. The AWP still watching. malbsMd can't see anything. He's forced back. faveN in dark, now waiting for the T side. 1 jump face. slaxz is now repositioned to look towards the A defensive, because it's where the majority of TeamOne players are coming in from. Smoke down to suppressed. M4 still waiting. AK takes swing. malbs wins it out. PRT being spotted. slaxz is going to get the kill in, and faveN's just waiting patiently. All he's got to do is hold and only strike when he absolutely needs to. From that, Sprout can win the round.
Oh, they've got to go. They're running out of time at this point, and faveN just baiting. He's just trying to make sure that he's the undetected entity.
Orp watching, knows there's a player out there. faveN finally strikes, gets the kill on malbs. Flash in against the Orp, slaxz gonna get pushed out of position. XNS drops in, but faveN drops him. And it's malbsMd, 1 versus 4. He's been stellar in this series, but not in this round. As Sprout, he's smoked off by faveN instead, who gets a bit more of an advanced smoke to try and look for information, and a kill. Almost catches it on PRT. slaxz instead opens things up with his Orb, and Denis brings out wide to catch PRT. XNS found by faveN as well. And set piece me not. malbsMd, malbs, last couple of players left. They will get 1 trade on faveN, but surely they can't get this round.
They've done a lot of damage. slaxz is down low, kressy even further. malbsMd can't win the fight out towards jungle. malbs gets the trade back, but he's got a clutch. Down towards the A site itself, buy himself some cover.
They're going to push forward a bit though. kressy, Orp in hand, pistol out. Seen the man, headshot perfect. Oh, malbs has got it! 3 kills at
Distance down for slaxz.
Smoke down at connector jungle and stairs once again, not towards CT. The Orp shot misses out, the flash goes over, and now their teammate's going to push forward with that utility to get to the site. Regardless, slaxz picks up his kill back in, sees the head of another man. malbs and pesadelo can get 2 responses. That Orp has seen the shadow though, and I think the PRT is aware of that. Slow facing, the jump out towards the site. They'll spray manically and flash their way forward, trying to get a bit of breathing room for the bomb. But still, faveN is in Palace. Chance to deny a plant here. No, malbs actually going to get swung on by slaxz, who's stuck past the likes of PRT. Gets his trade in. faveN runs a responsive back and looks for his double up to make it a triple overall and claim 10 for the CT side.
faveN was just a guy as well that really kind of came out of nowhere. He was playing for what, that Euronic side before he came into Sprout. He's been here a little while now, but really the last 12 months, 18 months, he's been a class player, and he's showing it here in the best of 3 series. And just the way in which, yeah, he does bait.
Walking up and into the apartments. It's Spiidi set with the first contact. Flash misses, he gets the kill on malbs, refaces, does not get PRT though. 4 on 4. AUG watching, player cross back, tagged up on a man, and slaxz gets involved. His own Orp pick elsewhere on the map. Denis has found pesadelo. He's seen that backstab. They're going to converge on this. slaxz going to keep his eyes on the Orp as the murder hole play comes in. Denis picks up his frag. So well read there. So well caught by Sprout. And now kressy in the midst of smoke. malbsMd's going to get this bomb down, I think. He's seen his man. He actually wished the chance to PRT, but it's an opportunity back here on the post plant.
It's going to take a little bit of time for faveN to get in position, but PRT, he's still aggressive. He needs more.
Oh my god, he's going to face on all 3. Line up the spray. No, he only gets 1. That could have been it right there for him. And malbsMd now with the Orp held back to the site. 2 to find on this clutch. They have kits. They have an Orp and an AK. Time's running shorter. The seconds tick by. They're in up too deep. Facing, shot out, 3rd frag. Misses the shot again. So close towards his double. I think he knows that he's won it. I think he knows that he's stalled for time. And I think slaxz realizes that as well. He still falls. All 5 players fall for TeamOne.
Even this, though, depending on how slow they can run the clock, try and just force as much of this util forward as possible. Double players out towards the underback position on the A site, but TeamOne is the opening man advantage. Denis! Oh, they've got to know he's around here somewhere.
Oh, he still gets the shot on the first man. Runs right past the second, but cannot connect the kill. Will they detect faveN, though? He's been playing here before, and he catches off a frag on the 1 man, not the second. Deagle and Spiidi spam back, and kressy follows suit. It's now on malbsMd again to clutch. How has Sprout pulled this off? Bomb dropped in the open. malbsMd's got to go back for it first and foremost. He's seen it now, and the CTs know where he is.
Yeah, it all just comes down to trying to use this util, do as much chip damage as possible, taking a little bit of a fight, not looking to get that bomb down straight away, and that's the 12-3 half in for Sprout. What?
Tags up gets gooshed down on a player that just flew straight out into the A site. The bomb plant will be secured. slaxz sees what's going back at the CT spawn, trying to catch that man. Flash forward is going to be evaded by the majority of those T-side players. Damage done, and XNS will end up falling, and slaxz continues facing around the corner. PRT comes up with his picks. Natus doing damage. No kills found against the Sprout side though. malbsMd drops with Denis jumping around the corner, and faveN close here at danger. Sees 1 player top of deagle, taps desperately, can't get his kills. Denis there to get 2 of his own right. Pesadelo falls towards Spiidi, and PRT 1v4, no chance to hell. Pistol for Sprouts.
Ah, jeez.
Rounds in a row, like it's an impossible one to decide which is the better strategy here for TeamOne, because there is no better strategy. They both have their own negatives and very harsh ones at that. XNS will kick things off with his deagle and handle. He's getting faveN. malbs on his USP into Denis, so at least the pistols are doing damage.
Now this looks okay. A couple of weapons that could be saved in and recovered out from this ramp position. It will force the T's into the apartments where there is a deagle waiting, but it is low HP.
Waiting here back at the bench. Will they check him? Will he sneak a kill in? Will he be able to sneak a clutch in? That would be ideal. kressy, 2 shots missed against him, way too far wide, so Now they've claimed the B site.
Yeah, TeamOne just hoping to get a little bit more out of this, but saving onto a couple of AKs could be everything.
AK sprays through, Mob turns his AK into Spiidi and doubles up on kressy, and now the retake's most certainly on. slaxz does pick apart the pistol player, see back towards malbs, who makes it a quadra. You highlighted him for good reason. He's top fragging for TeamOne in this matchup, and he's just gone in with a huge, huge play that gets them the big, big eco victory to stay alive.
Hey, you wouldn't imagine that. 4 kills, couple of AKs being saved in with a round that really does not have a lot of investment behind it. They should try and see if they could deal with malbs. The AWP could get pushed on, though.
Spray on, and the AWP does fall. Kill from malbs once again, making it a double with malbsMd chiming in with the AWP. Spiidi all left alone. 1v5 clutch for him. He's got the bomb on his back, but his back's turned to XNS. So, TeamOne finding some. This could be a 7th. Deagles need to do some damage here, but XNS and Pesadelo combined to get the opening kill on Spiidi immediately. So, no time wasted on that kill. In the area on faveN, forced them forward. XNS continues to sprays, captures the man off to make it a 5 versus 3 scenario. So, picks easy. 2 more out towards apartments. PRT's ready for that. TeamOne should mop up the round.
Yeah, PLT has been baited a little bit out towards the apartments, and well, it does happen again.
All right, and he missed the second shot. Okay, oh no, they've got the B site control. Trying to pick back over towards the A site in all 3 versus 3 scenario. Nades coming in close, but not getting the kill onto kressy, staying alive at 21 points of health. An M4 in Denis's hands, but they've got to get that backstab involved. slaxz is all picked up. Oh no, oh no, the backstabs come in, and Moles with it all to do again. Another clutch for him in this one to save them from losing to an eco round, from conceding match point to an eco round. The AWP slaxz rounds the corner, sees his man, gets his pick in. 9 match points for TeamOne to make up against Sprout, lest they be going home. And Denis has started off with a frag in mid. Orba malbsMd can respond, swing back towards his man. Can't see him past the stack though. Balk, flashbang out towards ramp, looks in. Man's been seen, looks back to connector, gets the kill on Spiidi alongside XNS, doubling up here. And malbsMd turns his AWP to Denis, and they just hold the to reposition towards default into a bit more of a harder cover angle. Looks above that smoke that you just put up, and Denis had no idea. He gets killed off now. His teammates thinking of rotating away towards the spawn area. Player seen, the spray goes awry. Quick moves back in for malbsMd, gonna look for the AWP, picks his flashed off position, still steals slaxz away from play, which might just be enough here, I think. TeamOne, 3-on-2 advantage here for the retake, but the bomb's gotta go down here, 17 seconds to do so. And they could also push him from CT to deny the plant if it goes down at default or in the open with kressy. Oh, he's found 2 kills, and Pesadelo gets faced in upon, and Sprout will win it 16-8 on map 3.
Wow, what a way to close out like that in a round in which they're down by 1, the 2v3 coming through, and they